All right, guys, on to the very first step. Cut open these packages, and the easiest way I found to do it is to start with the top, and I do one additional cut down the center to kind of fillet it open, just plop the wings out. Now that they're out of the packages, the next step is simply just to rinse them off. Now that we have the wings rinsed, we're going to move on to the next phase, which is soaking the wings in a salt water solution. We're going to take 24 wings and put them in the bowl. The next thing is to just add tap water to the bowl. We're just going to use enough water to cover the wings. You don't need to fill the whole bowl with water. We just need to cover the wings. And then the instructions on our wing mix bag have the amount, but we're going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of salt per 12 wings. Then we're going to throw a lid on them, and we're going to hopefully have room in our refrigerator to put them in. They need to soak for at least 2 hours. They can soak all day, they can soak overnight, they can soak for a very long time, but soak them for at least 2 hours. It's the prime time that we have found. For this particular model, we're just going to hit the power button. There is a preheat button, 400 degrees for 5 minutes, and we start it. Once I start it, I'm going to go ahead and get the wings ready so that we weren't wasting time. We have soaked the wings for 2 hours. This is when you grab our wing mix. This is an all-natural family recipe wing mix that gives you the crispy crunch on every bite of the wing. We're going to take a mixing bowl. The amounts are on the bag, but we're going to use a cup of wing mix per 24 wings. So we're going to take our wings that have been soaking for at least 2 hours in salt water, take a colander or a strainer, whatever you have, dump the wings into it to get the excess water off. Strain the excess water out. You want the wings wet. The water that was on the wings is all that the wing mix sticks to. There's no additional eggs, there's no additional steps. Once you're satisfied with the straining of the excess water, we're just going to pour them into the bowl. So I'm going to hand mix these just to get each one coated fully. All right, guys, our air fryer has preheated to 400 degrees. I have battered the wings. We're going to go ahead and show you this particular model. The problem that I have with air fryers in general, maybe that's an overassumption. This particular one, I can only do 12 wings at a time. That is fine because that's all my wife wants to eat at a meal. But for me, who eats a lot more than 12 wings, I want more than that. And it's just difficult to do because air has to go through it, unlike oil that covers the entire product. So this isn't that difficult to load up because I'm going to use 12 wings and I can just stick them in here, spread them out as much as possible. Again, air fryers blow hot air to cook your food, and so the more space you have in between the product, the better to allow air movement. 12 wings in this particular air fryer take 30 minutes. So once they're in there, we're going to turn it on. We need to change the temperature up to 400 degrees. That's what I found for this particular fryer. We're going to leave it at 15 minutes and we're going to start it. We will come back in 15 minutes because at that time we need to flip them over. While we're still waiting for the first half of our air fryer to complete its cycle, I'm going to go ahead and get the sauce ready again like I did for the oil fryer. Again, I'm still going to use the exact same sauce I did, which is my absolute personal favorite, Arizona Gunslinger jalapeno pepper sauce. I have personally been using it for a lot of years and is my absolute favorite if you like spicy things. So I did use the melted butter. Again, we're just using a splash, so it's roughly a teaspoon for 24 wings. So I'm doing 12 wings, so it's just a little bit of butter melted in the microwave. And again, it may not seem like much, but you would be amazed how little things add up on the total process. This is the same sauce. I just put it into these squirter bottles for convenience sake, and we're going to use about an ounce or so, somewhere around there. All right, as you can hear, the fryer is telling us it's done with the first half of our cook. We're going to go ahead and pull them out. We'll get you a shot of currently what they look like right now. You'll see that there's some of the batter on them. What happens is as the wings begin to cook, the chicken juice will go to the surface and will help solidify the batter that we have put on there. All I'm doing at this point is flipping over each wing. We want to make sure that they're cooked on both sides. Once they have been flipped, we're going to stick them back in 415 more minutes. It's been 30 minutes. It's continuing to beep at us, so we're going to open it up. So we'll get you a look on what they look like versus these are the air fried versus the oil fried. So they come out crispy. What we're going to do now is just put them into our bowl. We're going to sauce them exactly like we did in the other video. It's 12 wings, so I used about an ounce of sauce. Again, just start by just twirling it at the bottom. Do some flips. This is a 5-quart bowl. I do not recommend anything smaller if you're going to have at least 12 wings. It's just too easy to launch the wings out. I feel like we're going to need a little bit more sauce. I'm not super happy, so I'm just going to kind of spray it along the top and sides and all over myself, apparently. And there we go. That is what the finished product of an air fried wing looks like. I imagine since I ate one of the other ones, I should probably eat one of these too, to be fair. So I will. So as you can see, they're very crispy and they're very delicious.